Hey everyone, welcome. This is Terry at Nashville Fit Magazine, and today I'm excited to sit down with Lacey Vestal and Whitney Weiser, and we are going to talk a little bit about y'all's story and how you got to know each other. And this video is brought to you guys by Black Rifle Energy. How is it?
So good. I'm a fan already.
Real time.
Yes.
Nice. Ladies, I'm excited to get a chance to talk with you. Whitney and I have tons of history, and I've gotten to know you, Lacey, through Whitney. How did you guys meet?
Yeah, so we're kind of going through the memories, walking back in time just recently here. But I think 2022, the Nashville Fit Show was my first show that I competed here. Great, phenomenal event that Whitney puts together every year. So we've just kind of stayed connected ever since, going to workshops, and Whitney's helped me pose and practice. And then we were able to partner on the first natural show last year.
Yeah. And before we get into partnerships, let everybody know what you do. You're with the Navy, but let everyone know.
Yeah, so Navy captain here in Nashville doing recruiting across Tennessee and the 6 states that touch it. So really great point in my career to get young folks excited about joining a Navy and a career service.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Whitney, I would give everyone a little bit of context for the Fit Show. And I know we have the whole story. We've already done the podcast on it, so go listen to that, by the way. But give it a quick overview of how or why you decided to create that all women's show.
Okay, I'll try to do it in a nutshell. So just being a competitor in the sport since 2009, and then also just getting involved in the judging and just multiple areas of the sport, it occurred to me one day, I think I was sitting on a judging panel at a show that no longer exists anymore, and I was just sitting there looking at the stage, and it had one dinky banner up on the stage, and it just really made me mad.
Bummed you right out.
Yeah, so and I've learned that if you get that angry about something that seems silly, then there's a purpose in that. And so then I got the idea in my head, I'm like, I could put on a show better than this. And so that thought just kept coming back to my mind, and so over time I just started to get a vision for what an all-female show would be like, and in a very male-dominated sport, I just wanted to make a platform for women, to come together, build community, and just give them a great stage so that they could shine. And so that's how, in a nutshell, that's how it came about.
I'd like to point out that she's being humble, because you did take it to a whole nother level. And that your show is, out of all the shows that I've been to, it's one of the best ones I've ever seen. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And I know it takes a lot of hard work, and I know you plan way in advance.
Yeah.
Better than, honestly, Roy and I for the expo. So we talked about women in a male-dominated sport. Lacey, how does that? What does that do for you with the Navy? Is that one of the reasons why you wanted to partner up?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's so many great parallels between our stories. We're in 2 completely separate communities, but I think both, that notion of female empowerment is important to both of us, right? I think this is such a great time for me in my 20-year Navy career to finally be in a very much out in the front leadership role, and just being that strong example for women, thinking about a career of service or already in a career of service, and being able to kind of now tie that in as a competitor myself has just given it that extra oomph.
Yeah.
Well, I've said it once and I'll say it again. You embody what it looks like for someone to be in the Navy, and you take it out of the work culture and you live it. I think it's really, really cool. Legit spokesperson for the Navy, for sure. So well done on that. Let's talk about what we're all working together on something pretty big. And I'll let Whitney take the floor on it, but coming to the City Fit Expo 2025.
What?
NPC Natural. You missed your cue.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. Did you want me to say the date? I don't know. I blacked out. Okay. So the NPC IFBB Natural Battle of the Titans, which is the only national competition in Tennessee. So for the NPC, and now we're adding the IFBB this year. So we've got 2 pro divisions that'll be added to it. So we're excited to be at the expo this year.
It's pretty awesome. And that name and the title of it is why I didn't try to take a stab at it.
Oh,
so.
yeah, I had to think about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we're super stoked. And you're also speaking the day before.
I am.
Yeah.
I am, yes. A coach's seminar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like to put too much on my plate.
When I saw you pop up on that flyer, and I was like, yeah. I don't know that I'd have said no either.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, why not? Just add something else.
And in the Navy is your one of your big sponsors.
Yep,
one of the big sponsors of the Expo too, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
And do you have any news you'd like to share about what's happening at this event?
Well, thanks for teeing that up. We just spoke about it. I think it's the first time I'm saying it out loud, but I do intend to compete at the show.
Let's go.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Yes.
also sponsoring for Navy. So, it's just so amazing to have both my professional and personal passions come together and towards the end of my time here in Nashville. So looking to give it one more run here in Nashville and represent, both Nashville fitness and the United States Navy.
Let's go.
Heck
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And thanks for letting me break that news on here.
Absolutely.
We did not talk about this before. What is this like? And Lacey, I want you to kind of go into this, but what does this mean to you as a leader? How does it, or maybe what does it look like? How does that look like to your team? Is it something? Is there things that you can pull out of that as far as the way you prep, and does it help you lead better? Like, give me some parallels here.
Yeah, again, so many of them, right? I think I used to think that all of the things that I've learned in the military as part of military service and, in terms of just working hard and being dedicated are what helped me become a better athlete in the sport. But the longer I stay in the sport, I realize that what I've learned as an athlete and a competitor actually helped me be better in my day job and an even better example in the military.
That's really cool. I assume you've got a large cheerleader group back at the office, as it were, lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I see them come in. They came in for the Woolworth. They're like, oh, we're not like Lacey.
Yeah. Like, we're not judging you.
They're feeling fitness shame. It's like, no, that's cool.
I know. I'm like, we're not judging you.
Yeah, but I think that's such the point of it, right? Like
It is the point,
anybody can do this, right? You can do both, and I think that's a really important message for me. Is yes, I can have this career of service,
Sure,
but I can also compete. If you make the time and you set those priorities, it really truly is achievable for anybody.
Well, even further than that, you can do all those things and stay fit.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And the importance of that. Whitney, what do you like people to know about this show coming up? Is there anything? Speak to the person who's on the edge of signing up for this show. Maybe this is their first one.
Well, there's so many things I could say, like for first-time competitors in general, but I mean, it's going to be amazing. Just the fact that it's at the Music City Fit Expo in such a large arena with so many people is just huge. And I don't know, it's going to be an exciting day. And one main different thing of how this show is going to run in comparison to other shows is, like, if anybody knows anything about bodybuilding shows, we have the pre-judging in the morning, then a long break, and then finals at night. And we're like, why do we do this long break? Like, it's just exhausting for the athletes, exhausting for everybody. Why do we need this long break? So we're not going to do that. We're going to do like a one-show format. We're going to do pre-judging. We'll take like a 30-minute to an hour break at the most, and then run right into finals so everybody can be done by afternoon time and not go late into the evening, because athletes, they want to get out of there, they want to go celebrate with family and friends and go eat, and so that's I know you're excited about that.
Because it becomes a long day for families and spectators too as well.
So we're like, we don't need this long break, let's just do it differently.
I love it. I'm excited for it too. I think it's going to be really amazing. I'm excited to see you compete. I feel a little bit bad because I was working the show, Whitney's show, and I'm sure I've seen you, but I'm like head down, like task driven.
Yes.
So especially when I'm walking through the women's back area, I just want to be very respectful. It's just like, let's just get this done. But yeah, so I can't even believe that we haven't met until was about 6 months ago. You came on our podcast, NFM podcast, and talked.
That's right.
inspired a lot of people. So I'm very excited about that. I know that means a lot to you, and I know it means a lot to the Navy. So if anybody, similarly, is anybody out there considering a career in the armed forces, speak to that person.
Yeah, I think so many people count themselves out of military service, thinking it might be too hard, it's not for them, it's too much of a commitment. And again, I think it's just the things that I have gained from military service are, immeasurable, right? And it was just something that I committed to, focused on. Didn't know I'd make a 20-year career out of it.
Yeah.
You can start small, right, and go year for year, tour for tour. And then you just kind of watch this career piece itself together. I've been able to get 2 degrees in the Navy. I met my husband in the Navy. I've traveled to, well over 30 countries, been stationed in some really cool places. So there are so many benefits for everybody, and it's accessible to anybody who's willing to put in the work.
That's really cool. Whitney, can you tell everybody how they can sign up for, if they want to compete, or if they want to get tickets, send them to the right places?
Well, the easiest way to get links to all the places is just go to our Instagram page. It's at NPC Natural Titans, and then the link in our bio has a link tree to everything. Cool. Tickets, registered for the show, rules about competing, like literally everything.
All the host, hotel, travel information, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And those links will be below this video. Ladies, is there anything else you want to share with the good people watching this video right now? Pop quiz.
Go Navy, go NPC Natural Fitness.
Yes.
There you go. I love it. All right, guys. We hope you come out to the Music City Fit Expo this year. It is happening May 30th and 31st, with the show happening on the 31st.
Yes.
So come out and check out all the action. Meet Lacey, meet Whitney, and have a great time. And we'll see you on the next one.
Here in Nashville for the 7th Country Music Marathon and Half Marathon. I think it says a lot about the city of Nashville, what it has to offer.